But you know it's a secret in Ohio and it's a secret in Columbus that most of these hoopers have reclassed.
Oh, for sure.
Especially back in the day. 90s and the early 2000s, they all was reclassing. They'll look at the lineup and say, oh yeah, I'm all state next year if I reclass my 8th grade year, my 7th grade year. And they'll just switch schools. You won't hear about them for a while, and then by the time you see them, you like, I swore he was in my class.
Welcome back to Just a Barbershop. I'm your host, LV Blends, and I'm trying to get straight to it because I'm tired of these N-words. And I'm tired of being a coach, and I'm tired of being a parent. I'm just tired today. I'm going through a whole lot of stuff. You feel me?
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Hey, today we're going to talk about a whole lot of stuff. Listen, who has the last say-so? The coach, the parent, or the kid when it comes to y'all youth sports? Who do y'all think it is? Who got the last say-so?
I'm saying parent. Parent got the last say.
I'm going parent too. What you talking about, Rat?
When you word it like that, I'm going to say the coach got the last say.
Man, all of y'all wrong, man. The kid got it.
What?
The kid got it. Y'all all wrong.
Well, today we gonna find out, all right? Listen, I'm coaching right now. I'm coaching youth basketball, 12-year-olds, and I got the opportunity to coach my son. Shout out to my young son, Chandler Zangros. I appreciate you, bro. I am proud of you, love everything you do, but it's hard coaching this little nigga. I ain't gonna lie. So what I'm trying to tell y'all, like, it's hard to separate dad and coach.
Yeah.
So last year when I coached him, it tethered our relationship a lot. So it was hard I was doing it by myself. I had no type of help. I had to call plays, manage time, but also correct mistakes. And, you know, when you get to your son, it's a little aggressive. It's like, hey, get over here. What did I just tell you? We ain't work on that. What you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like then I had to realize I'm coach. I can't be dad right now.
Did you tell him that? Like, I'm coach right now. I ain't dad.
So I had to differentiate after the games. We had to decompress, had to go our separate ways, and then come back and talk about it because we would do film study. We would look at the games, and I'd be like, listen, it's my bad. I shouldn't have talked to you that way.
Yeah.
But when I'm in coach mode, I got to stay in coach mode. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I get in dad mode. When you spectator, I know I'm for sure. Dre probably is like that too from the crowd. Like, hey, man, what you doing? Hey, we ain't doing all that. No. But when you're in coach mode, it's hard. So this year, I got Y'all got it.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, he a different kind of dad.
I am a different kind of dad, but I didn't calm down a lot though.
Listen. Razor Rat has never completed a season without getting kicked out of the
I
scratch.
completed 3 seasons. The whole canal journey, I have not got kicked out of one game. You know what I mean? At Whitehall, I might have been a little too comfortable. Or I don't know what it was, but I was getting kicked out of games and stuff like that for no reason in my opinion.
No reason. Come on, Dre. Come on, man. Accountability, dog.
It was a reason in the ref's eyes, I guess. But to me, I'm gonna be a fan of my daughter. So I'm not gonna be quiet. I don't care if I'm the only one in the gym cheering. You can't tell me to shut up. And that's what happened in one of her 7th grade games. A ref told me to shut up, though.
Oh, yeah, I ain't going either.
I can't shut up, bro. I'm her biggest fan. If ain't nobody else gonna cheer her on, I'm gonna cheer her on.
Yeah, facts.
You gotta get out of here. Man, this dude got the power to do that? They're like, yeah. So I walked out talking shit. You know what I mean? And that's how it kind of happened. And then that started the whole thing.
Hold up, though. What did you say, though? You
Ain't
said
no
cheering her on, but
grown
what'd you say?
man about to
No,
tell
what'd
me-
you say that got you?
Before that, I might have been a little aggressive because she was playing basketball.
Like what,
And
Dre?
Force her left. You know what I mean? She ain't showed us no left yet. You know what I mean? She going all right.
Stop, man.
She going all right. You know what I mean?
You called the other kid a bum or something, didn't
No,
you?
I ain't calling no kid no bum. Like,
She can't go left. Put
That-
her to the
that got
left.
you kicked out.
the issue was the coaches felt like the girls don't know if you're a coach or a dad. because it's kind of
Your
like
voice was.
they should be in the 3-2 zone right now.
Uh,
And they go get in the 3-2 zone, and it's just like I was there. But realistically, they should have been in the 3-2 zone. You know what I mean? Like
So he was screaming over the coach.
the coach
Get
wasn't
in the
screaming at all.
3-2.
The coach
Get in
wasn't
the
screaming at all.
3-2.
Shout out to the coaches. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say y'all names right now. You know what I mean? They was the 7th and 8th grade coaches. Both they shared duties or whatever the case may be for the 7th and 8th grade years. When she was in Whitehall, whatever the case may be. But I like the coaches. You know what I mean?
You like him now?
I've been like them. I knew them from back in the day. You know what I mean? Well, I knew one of the coaches from back in the day. Another coach was new. You know, and I don't think it was a win-win situation for me. I wouldn't have won her over. She didn't like me. But at the same time, I knew the coaches. You know what I mean? And they knew I was kind of aggressive. They knew I was at every game.
Passionate.
I'm at all of the off games, all in London, all in different places. Even now, I still make a trip to Westerville and London and Bloom Carroll and all that type of stuff. I'm going to the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like I was saying with my son, I just feel like it's hard to coach and be a spectator at the same time. It's tough for me to differentiate and be able to be like, I see what you're doing wrong and also not play favoritism, because politics is, I feel like, a big thing in sports right now.
So let me ask you, does your son start for you?
No, he does not.
That's tough dad stuff. Hey, I ain't never
tough,
heard
man.
that one.
Nah,
I ain't never heard that
it's
one.
tough not to put him in the starting lineup because he starts for his school, but he does not start for my team. And that's just because I got to put my best players on the floor to win the game. And right now, we got a pretty good team, and he's not in the position he's playing. He's not the best person for that position, but he's a good off the bench player, and I can put him. He's 6 man, 6, 7 man. He goes back from 6 and 7 men, but it's not hard for me to differ because last year he didn't start. Well, yes he did. He started at the beginning, and then he started playing a little bad, so I had to bench him. But
Is it tough for him though? Like to go from starting in school to he on the bench with his dad, the coach.
I don't think it's tough for him, but you know, I think because I'm dad and coach, he ain't gonna tell me the truth. He might go to his mom and say something like, "Man, Dad rired me. I want to start." You know what I'm saying? But I think they keep those conversations to them. You know what I'm saying? And they just allow me to be a coach because I gotta put my best players on the court or who I think for certain. Because basketball is about matchups.
Yeah.
And if I see somebody that I know can't mess with my son, I'm like, oh, you starting this game because I know what's up. But if he can't, it's not that he can't, but if I see a better matchup for somebody else, he can say, but all my kids are interchangeable, everybody on my team. So right now, I mean, we've had 2 tournaments and I've had different lineups each day just because I need to put who I need. It's just how AAU is. It's different from AAU to school. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I don't want no parent coming to me talking about you playing your son, everything's for your son. So I got to do what's best for all the kids.
Yeah, I think that's great because my son was in AAU too, and one of the coaches, shout out Coach Breaker, he was he had his son on the team too, and really he probably should have been the starter over my son, but he let his son play the background, play the bench, and come off the bench and let my son go ahead and run the point. I thought that. That was like some real stand-up stuff because he was really trying to put my son in a position to just understand the game more. And he knew his son knew the game, but he just wanted to kind of like, I guess it was like developing him at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of just throw him in there and you running the point. He already know his son could do it.
Yeah.
So he just gave him a chance to really get out there and learn the game on the fly. So I thought that was some solid stuff, for real.
Let me ask y'all something. How do y'all feel about like politics, like in school sports? This is not just like rec ball, anything. How do y'all handle politics as parents, like when you see it happening and your kid is being affected by it?
I was just about to say, I'm dealing with the politics on the other side of the spectrum. I think it's real dope that the dads that were coaches didn't play their kids. Like, I think it's almost impossible for you to be a dad and not play your child.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Like, that's a real stand-up thing for you. However, the coach that I'm dealing with right now is playing his daughter. and I'm not gonna say she's the best at the position, but she's a 3-year starter, and she's probably gonna start 4 years if he has a say in it. Now, is it unfair? Yes, but that's how politics work from what I've seen. I've never seen a coach not play their child. Like this coach here, he's playing a type of buddy ball, if you will, and I ain't want to get into it necessarily, but he does play his favorites. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He has a lot of players who he likes, a lot of players he don't. And his approach is, if they're better than I think they are, they're gonna have to prove me wrong, which is the worst
Right.
point of view you can have as a coach, because that makes a person feel like you're not gonna coach the player like you should. And if it's a not prove you wrong type of situation at the end of the season, why would you get them to their peak so you can prove yourself wrong?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a realistic thing. That's like how them politics work in certain schools.
Man, to the people watching, why y'all coaches play head games with these kids? Y'all play with their futures. Y'all play with their time. Y'all play so many mind games in a generation that is low key leak minded, but it's crazy how y'all play in their face and they expect the parents who know a little something to just sit aside and think we don't see the games that you playing. I think that's crazy. What you think, John?
Yeah, 1,000%. I mean, I seen it so many times. I seen it with my son where he actually made the team, right? And then first practice got cut because they brought in another kid from another school.
What?
Cut him on first day of practice. And actually, it's my dude. It's actually my homeboy's son that took his place. But they was like, oh yeah, he didn't get a chance to practice or nothing like that. So as soon as he said he was coming back, we had to make room for him. I'm like, what? You tell my kid that he made the team, he go in there first day of practice,
And
and y'all clip him because the other kid decided to come in.
That's wild work, dog.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Nah, it was nasty work, you know, and that's kind of like the politics in sports.
It's nasty work because, like, I got a son, my oldest son, he's trying to play to me that he has no love for basketball no more. And that's the bad side about it. Like, you see a kid who's trying to play outside, always playing his brother one-on-one. Anytime I'm playing rec ball, he want to hoop with me. But then I'm like, hey, tryouts is coming up. You going? Nah, I don't care about it. What you mean you don't care? You love basketball. Nah, them coaches, man, I lost love for the game.
And that's
that-
a horrible thing.
It's a horrible thing as a father to watch your son be like that.
But it's real though, man. At the end of the day, the kids know what's going on. And it turns into, what is the conversation that you have with the kid at that point?
It's facts.
Man.
I'm going to tell you this.
Go ahead.
I went through a whole thing about, like nowadays, so many kids are jumping districts.
Yeah.
And I literally had to like talk to my son like, hey, I can get you over at Bishop Hartley. What you want to do? He like, nah. I'd rather give up than run away. You know what I'm saying? And act like they made me quit. And I was like, I don't
quit.
But you quit though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you staying at the same school, you quit. Why not try over here at another school where you get a fair chance?
He felt like that's going to be another situation where they playing more politics. Because
Yeah.
Hartley
The
got
politics is what got
too.
it.
Politics
You know what I
is
mean?
politics. It don't matter where you go.
You hear stories of tryouts and things of those natures where coaches already got their team.
Yeah.
So you got these phenoms that show up, and it's like, damn, I didn't even know he played basketball. He jumping out the gym. He got a three-pointer, playing defense crazy. He got a whole bag.
Yeah.
I already got my team.
I've seen that happen too.
They're going to tell a kid, you're messing up the chemistry. We can't have you around because this kid is the glue to the team and all this type of stuff. But in reality, they parents are probably boosters or some type.
Yeah,
They
no doubt about
grandfathers is
it.
probably boosters of some type. And they've been waiting for little Jimmy to be a phenom or to even be an athlete. If he can be a kicker, we're going to get him on his team. And it's the same way with schools of college stature and all that type stuff. It's all politics. When you got a booster club or where you got a higher hierarchy that's paying people's checks, if they say, hey, my son gonna be on this team, and guess what? I don't care if he on scholarship or not, but he gonna be a part of that that group right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you gonna treat him like he one of yours. So when everybody like, man, what is he doing? He dropping every pass. He ain't running routes right. He ain't doing nothing. You kind of look at it like, oh man, he must know somebody. But as a kid, you don't look at it like that. As an adult now, I look at it and I can see.
You
What's
can
his
see
last
it.
name? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, we experienced that one too, where his kid was coming from Cincinnati
What?
and was playing on. It was AAU though.
Okay. Oh, that
But
happens all the time.
Yeah, it happens. But he was coming from Cincinnati, didn't do none of the practices. Started all these kids. I'm talking about if they lose, the rest of the kids running laps, running sprints, doing all this stuff, getting yelled at, whatnot. This dude ain't part of none of that. He get to just roll up because his dad is a college coach.
I was about to say that's the other
And-
side of the politics too.
And then he get all the touches during the game. Feed him.
Running the offense,
Feed him.
yeah, run the offense
Feed
through
him.
him.
Feed him. And you talking about the morale out the window, boy. Them kids was like, man, forget this stuff. I ain't on this.
But that get a coach a look though. So if you look at it, if he can get a top 5 recruit to play AAU for him, he looks good as a coach. So whatever he has to do to tell that kid, come play for me, he gonna do it. So he promising the parents stuff, he promising the kids stuff, he promising them all kind of stuff, and he jeopardizing the team's chemistry. But he really don't care at that point because I got a monster on the team. You know what I mean? He's a killer.
Dude wasn't really a killer though. He was just a big kid though. He was a big kid, but it was just who the dad was, and it was like they just kept on feed him.
All right, man, I know I'm kind of getting off subject, but I just want to know your opinion. Like, I see people coming in here all the time, and we have a bunch of the Little League Pee Wee football coaches coming through here. T.Y.'s, Eb's brother, all these dudes coming in here talking about their kids. I don't know because I don't go to these, but why do all these parents get so wild at these Pee Wee football games? I heard people talking about they're going to pop the trunk. You know what I'm saying?
And they will.
A lot of men is betting on the 6U games.
That's it.
Why is it so wild at those leagues? Y'all give me some insight.
Shout out Dominic Jones and the whole Legacy U staff. Shout out Keith Massey. That's my dog. We grew up together, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they run that league, and they came from a dog era. You know what I mean? You ain't got no suckers that's going to get on the field if you got a whole team of dogs. And that's just how it was. It didn't matter the size. It didn't matter how fast you was. It mattered where your heart was with them. So that's what those kids kind of come up under. Pause.
Yeah.
They kind of up under some dog mentality coaches, T.Y. and all them. You know, they come from money backgrounds. You know what I mean? So if you believe in your son, you believe in your team, they might put a couple dollars on their team or whatever the case may be.
I'm about to
So
say, how do we
it's
get
money.
the gambling
It's money.
on little kids?
Hey, the parents are still the parents. You know what I mean? People used to shoot dice and used to gamble, and even now, you know, sports betting and all that type stuff is not a mystery these days. People doing it, you know what I mean? So if I can bet and I got to up on you, and I know my son is going to kill your son, and I'm looking at your son and he ain't up to par, I'll put a couple dollars up. Come on. And we can make this happen real quick. You know what I mean? Because my son just came back from Florida. He was at
all the
Texas.
camps.
He was everywhere. He was the number one kid.
Right.
We didn't see your kid there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he looking at it
So
like,
we
hey,
know.
guess what? My son got him. You know what I mean? My son got him.
But it's the coaches too. It's so volatile. Like, especially like the little, like 5, 6, 7U, bro. Because like coaches are allowed to call the plays and stand on the field,
sure.
right? So if you like, hey, you see 12, light him up. Like,
Yeah.
it just looks so volatile. And the
Man.
parents on the field, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like,
Everybody
hey,
charged
they
up.
charged up.
No
And then you
doubt.
see people with the dollars and they like, yeah, we gonna get this money. And next thing you know, cops is surrounding the field.
But you know what's so crazy is I know a lot of these dads. Shout out Tez with Ice. I know a lot of these dads. But the thing is they reformed gangsters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They used to be in the streets. Now they ain't in the streets no more. They got kids and they got actual jobs. But when you got that passion that's coming out, guess what? You the other side. You the ops now. So now you talking crazy to me, or you talking crazy to my son. Now it's up. You know what I mean? And that's how they look at it. You know what I mean? Because it's still in them. You know what I mean? They still that, but they just going to work. You know what I mean? I ain't saying Tez. I ain't saying none of them. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, shout out Tez. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
But it do go crazy though. It's like anything. If you see somebody messing with your kid, what you gonna do?
Oh, we fired up.
All right. So it's the same thing. They just kind of blended it into sports.
It's wild work though. The parents be over shouting the coaches talking to the stands. Like, it's a culture that I've never been a part of, but you see it. You hear the coaches come in here and talk about it. I just thought I'd bring it to the show and we could speak on it.
Yeah, my thing is though, like, what do the kids got to say about all this stuff?
I would love to hear what they got to say. But I'm all over TikTok and I'll be seeing they mic'd up on the field now. 7-on-7? Bro, these kids is mic'd up and they talking greasy to coaches, refs.
Hey, but I'm going to tell you, Ohio's behind on that 7-on-7.
They are behind.
We trying to get up there, but we ain't ready for the fire and the Rat Pack. Shout out to Kiwan, you know what I mean? The top prospects and all them. We ain't ready for them type of camps and stuff like that because that's a lifestyle for them.
Yeah.
Them boys live like that. You know what I mean? We just now getting our feet wet. Michigan been in it for a while, you know what I mean? But all them hot states, they kind of got the ups on us. And then I think Florida, the way they train in that Bermuda grass. You know what I mean? That make them fast as hell. I think that's why all them kids in Florida is super fast because they training in sand. Then you give them some turf, they gonna cut it up on you. You know what I mean? They going crazy, but that's like an advantage for them. So like they've been playing. Like I know I've known about the 7-on-7 probably 20 years in Florida, Texas, California, all them type of places. And before, Ohio had to waive their rights to be eligible. So you had to waive your eligibility as a player if you wanted to play 7-on-7, or you had to use it as an all-star game. So like now, it's one of them things where they trying to work on it. That's one of them things DJ working on too. You know what I mean? He the head of the commission, so he making it happen too in that aspect. But it's something that we needed. You know what I mean? We behind, but it's something that we still needed to make it happen.
Yeah.
Why do you think that we're behind like that? Like, in your opinion?
We ain't known for speed. It get cold in the wintertime. It's a whole lot of reasons.
It's a lot of factors, dog.
Yeah, it's a lot of factors. Like Florida, it's always hot. So they can always grab a football and go outside. The field always looks the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When we get into October, November, December, January, February, you're not going outside. You got to have an indoor facility, or you got to have some type of turf that's heated or cleared off, or you got to have a turf room, or you got to have something. And that's you spending money. A kid in the hood ain't got that.
Right.
That kid in Miami always gonna have that Bermuda grass. You know what I mean? Like
I'm about to say, I think it's a culture thing too. Like regions, right? Like we in Ohio, we in the Midwest. You got them Southern kids. It's a culture thing. I think they eat different down there. I think they bred differently down there. I think, like you said, the climate's different down there. Like
yeah, but we used to go out in the snow.
That's what I'm saying.
2 feet tall, we be out there layered up, ready to play.
Hey,
we tough in Ohio, so we kind of raise and breed linebackers and
running backs and
things of that nature. You know what I mean? The specialties coming from those places like Texas and California and especially Florida.
Skilled positions,
Cause they get year-long. I feel like they get year-round work.
Yeah.
They do.
So like when you see that, I think it's a business, especially in Ohio where we at. I feel like we have so many training facilities. We got so many people that want to be trainers, and it's a money grab. What y'all think? I mean,
For sure. It's definitely a money grab. Ain't no doubt about this. It's big business. I'm gonna tell you something too, and I wanted to say this about them parents being so hyped up too. Not to take it back, but it's a critical exit plan for the kids. That's another part to that.
Yeah.
You got so many of African American kids that's growing up less fortunate. You know what I'm saying? In these tough communities, that's their exit strategy. It's play sports.
Yeah.
They're giving all these millions away. You know, they feel like they could get their hands on it. It could change their family's trajectory. But to your point, everything is big business in sports. Like when you see people out here, trainers getting paid six figures, and maybe even more in some cases, depending on the athlete and whether or not they're in the league or not. I mean, that's big business. You got facilities where people don't want to go outside no more. Boom, you're going to make money that way. You know, you got agencies like managing kids or being their sports agents. It's just money all over the place, for real. So
I just think it's such a money grab, man. I'm seeing it in AAU. This whole thing where you can reclass is ridiculous. It's like my son is a true 12-year-old 7th grade boy, right? My son won't even turn 13 till next month. He's going up against, this was last year because they changed the rule, but last year, he's going up against kids that are in 7th grade, but they 14, 13, 14 years old. And it's ridiculous.
That's
it's
crazy.
Like, bro, ain't no way a 13, 14-year-old should be 6'3" with a mustache and a beard in 7th grade.
How are they reclassing
Because,
without?
go ahead, ask the question.
Without like failing the classes or nothing. Like their parents is like, hey, I don't feel like he did what he needed to do.
It's the OSHA rules. You're allowed to reclass your kids.
sure.
You can be like, they didn't learn enough. I want them to be held back. And the school will follow that.
But you know, it's a secret in Ohio and it's a secret in Columbus that most of these hoopers have reclassed.
Oh, for sure.
Especially back in the day. 90s and early 2000s, they all was reclassing. They'll look at the lineup and say, oh yeah, I'm all state next year if I reclass my 8th grade year, my 7th grade year. And they'll just switch schools. You won't hear about them for a while, and then by the time you see him, you like, I swore he was in my class.
Yep.
Like, he ain't in your class no more, and he's running his class.
That is
what I mean?
crazy.
Like, that's a lot of
That's
lot of
crazy.
players. Like you think about it. Now people are trying to be younger, so they graduating at 16, 17, so they can go to school early. Back in the day, that wasn't cool.
you
wanted to sit in school and mature. You know what I mean? You didn't want to go to school early and not be developed, and these grown men is dogging you. You kind of want to be a grown man with them. You know what I mean? Like, and it makes sense to be older. You know what I mean?
When I was growing up, bro, my pops always made me play up, especially like Joe, we talked about it. You go outside, hey, don't play with them little kids. You gonna go play with them grown men. Because if you can beat them kids ain't gonna mean nothing to you. Got nothing for you. And it's gotten away from that. I can tell you right now, my oldest is 17, well, about to be 17. He goes to the park on his own and go hoop. But I cannot take my 12-year-old and just take him anywhere and go hoop. Like, you drive by these parks, they're empty. There's no kids outside hooping. Bro, I remember back in the day, bro, I used to fill up water jugs with my friends. We all get our money together, stop at the store, grab some snacks. We be at the park all day. Because don't let Pop say, you come back in this house, you ain't going back out. I'm not coming back all day.
What was the park? Shout out the park.
Oh, the park, we was at Victory. We was at IV Park. We was over there at Dodge Park. We was at the cages, on campus.
I wanted to see if he was in the Orton Davis era. You know what I mean? Shout out to the people who know about Orton Davis. If you know, you know. Some of the listeners probably know, but I don't know if they do. They might be too young, but Columbus know about Orton Davis. It was legendary.
I'm just saying, like, today, though, there's not that. Everybody, like Jerm said, they're going to facilities. Like, shout out to Hoop. Shout out to, what's bro that was at the sales? He was the one that ran the Hoop.
I remember Sharpie's dad. Shout out to Ern's dad.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ern and his brother.
The
Shout
Hoop,
out all them.
literally, Jerm, you could pay $5 being there all day long. It was no, like, oh, you only get 2 hours here. It's only open gym. These events is going on. You could be at the Hoop all day long, and you could run each court. You be like, all right, I'm off this court. I'm going to the next court. Oh, who over here? You know what I'm saying?
All day.
All day. And that's why I'm seeing
24 hours.
24 hours.
You pay $5, you can be in there 5 days. We used to have my dude Brian's mom. Shout out Kim. I'm sorry for doing all these shout outs. You know what I mean? We're doing this.
Yeah.
Shout out Kim because she was a stand-up person. She was a stand-up mom to his friends, his family, everybody. She took care of us all. You know what I mean? But she'd drop food off to us at the Hoop. The whole football, basketball team, everybody be up there. We'd just take over that second court, first court, wherever we was at, we just take it over, and then she'd just let us stay there 24 hours. She'd come bring us food.
Wow.
We'd sleep in that mud, wake up at 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning, people playing horse, just jump in the game.
Yeah.
I know people from Columbus to this day from the hoop. You know what I mean?
That's how I know a lot of people. But I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I think when we talk about how we were developing these kids is different now. Like we was just talking about money grabs, right? I see it in the AAU circuit. Like kids, you got your developmental circuit, and then you got your Stu. No, he do all he be around all the AAU circuits. You can tell what's a money grab. They'll promise you we'll have all the colleges at this circuit. We'll have all the top teams. You're gonna play all the top 100 players in the country at this circuit. All these coaches gonna promise you everything. You give your $1,000, $1,200, whatever, and you go there. There'd be like one college coach in the stands. You may play like the big thing here in Ohio is All Ohio Red. Right. The Ohio Red might go to a tournament and they not paying like Dayton Dunbar and all these other all the Nike League teams and all the Adidas, the EYBL. Like you're not playing these teams. You're getting promised you're playing these teams, but last minute they backed out.
The difference is you know that being an athlete.
Yeah.
The parents who are out there aren't athletes. They're not ex-athletes, I should say. They might be athletic. I ain't trying to say y'all ain't athletic or whatever, but they don't know the game like you know the game. So when you see a money grab, you see the money grab, but you still see people lining up to pay that because some parents just gonna say, you know what, that's an opportunity for my kid. I'm going for it. So like, I done seen some dads, some moms, whatever the case may be, the school year started, they got 20 and 30 travel team uniforms from the summertime.
That's
it's
another
like,
problem.
how did you have this amount of time to be out in Texas and Tennessee and Georgia and all these different places playing AAU ball the entire summer? Like, it's kind of like I'm looking at probably $4,000 or $5,000 in my mind, you know what I mean? At least from a travel perspective, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of these teams make you get your own room, your own travel, you know what I mean? Like,
it's all a money grab. Like I'm trying to tell y'all, you pay your initiation to get on a team, right? Then the parents got to pay for an all-day pass to be there or a whole weekend pass. Then you got to pay for parking. Then you got to pay for the concession. Then you got to pay for room and board. Because when I was in AAU as a kid, we traveled, but the coach and the organization would be like, hey, we got two rooms. We got 2 rooms. Or we got a discount over at the Red Roof Inn or whatever. All these coaches now, they like, get there the best way you can. And we either, top teams, they're going to get a Airbnb. So the whole team is going to be in a big ass house. Yeah. But like these developmental small circuit teams, everybody figure it out. Get there, be on time, figure it out.
Hey, you know it's bad when rich people is rooming together.
Facts.
They're getting hotel rooms together. You know what I mean? That means that y'all budgeted at this point because the AAU circuit is killing your pockets. You know what I'm saying? They all hurting. Like, man, I heard the amount that they was talking about in AAU this summer. I was like, my God, man. It's unreal, man. It's unreal.
But what do y'all feel about developmental leagues? Like, how do y'all feel about that? Do you think that's like low-key saying like, oh, your kid need to be in the rec? Or what do y'all feel like?
I don't think so.
It depends on like, I don't think so neither. I agree with him. I think like if they need development, they need development.
So let me rephrase
Everybody
it.
can develop though. That's the thing. Is some people look at it like it's a shot, right?
Yeah, they do.
But ain't none of them kids got it all figured out.
And even if your kid got it all figured out, he can go through the motions today and practice and get better from it. You know what I mean? Like, he can work on his layup package. He can work on his Euro step or whatever if he a basketball player. If he a football player, he can go through them cones. He can work on his footwork. He can work on everything that's fundamental, and it won't be a waste of time. It's never going to be it's never going to be a waste of time if you work on your fundamentals.
But that's the question though. Why do parents think that's a slight when their kid is on a developmental team and not the travel team or the circuit team? Why do y'all feel like parents take shots at that, or even kids?
Parents is always gonna believe their kid better than what they are.
Facts. There you go.
I mean, that's
what I wanted y'all to get to.
Unless you
There
get
go.
them coaches who ain't playing their kid. That's why I commend you for being realistic with your son. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it beat people.
But
like
even
this.
with you saying that goes to show that ain't a lot of people like that. Like,
right. I've never seen it.
Most of us parents is gonna be like, my dude is a dog. Like, we gonna think oh, my daughter's the best. Like that's just the way we are. We just wired like that.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are honest, some people are truthful, but others, they'll see the potential or they'll see the little moments, and then that's all they need. And they like, oh, this is it. This joker here is gonna be the next,
Yeah.
But that's where I'm at though. We talk about this in the shop all the time.
Yeah.
I see my son. I don't listen. If I want it more than you, it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm waking up and I'm like, hey, let's go do this 2-mile run, and he's like, oh, I'm like, you know what? Forget it. Lay down. Or if I'm like, hey, I'm going outside. Let's work on some drills. Body language just like this.
Mm-hmm.
If I get to hollering and I'm throwing a ball down the street and telling you to go get it, and you sitting there jogging like,
I'm telling you right
I'm
now.
over it now. I want it more than you do. That's how I grew up. My dad would drive in the car. I'm running with 2 trash bags on underneath the hoodie. You know what I'm saying? It's full pajamas. I'm jogging. My dad in the car, pick up the pace. If I beat you home, he saw that I wanted it. So when I see my son, he don't want it like that. You know what my son told me the other day? He said, I'm not you. I said, granted, I get that. I'm not trying to live vicariously through you. If you don't want to play basketball no more, just say it. No, I like basketball. I just don't love it.
He don't want to be on your standard.
And how do I take that, Jer? Because now I've invested money in you.
I've been there.
I've invested time because I'd rather be in here with y'all cutting on Saturday, but I'm out here coaching AAU basketball. So, and I've done lost hair and my beard is going gray because you stressing me out on that damn court.
Hey, you can't blame the kids for that. And that's Jeanette.
Nah, I'm with him on this one.
Thank you.
Hey, them little Negroes, man, he done put all this time in there. He done put his wallet on the line.
Yeah.
Like, he done did all these sacrifices. They don't understand that once we put money into what you want to do for sports, it is now your job. Mm-hmm. That's how we look at this stuff.
But so you got to look at it from a kid's perspective also, right? Because my dad looked at it like that. He wasn't in the household. He feel like if he was in the household, I would be in the league. I'd be the greatest of all time and all this and that and this. And he might be telling the truth because he know a lot of things about the game of football. But it could have went the opposite way. You could have made me hate the game.
You could.
And it could have been a situation where I could have stopped playing before college because of you. We don't know. But what we do know is at some point, you can burn your kid out from just having to play all year, every year, trying to get them developed, and they trying to have fun. Because at some point, it don't be fun no more if all you doing is this thing. If you don't love it, it's not fun for you to do it all year.
That's the difference. That's the difference though, because what we talked about was just whether or not our kids are obsessing about the sport.
There you go.
And that is the part that I think a lot of us parents get hung up on. They come to us, hey, I want to go play football. I want to go play basketball. And then we thinking like, all right, dog, but you gonna have to work because these other kids is working. In order to look, hey, PT time. Like you gotta get on the field. Like if you can't get on the field, that means you gotta put in work and get better. So then we're like, hey, you gotta go out here. We getting trainers, we doing this. Let's go hit the park. Put your shoes on, let's go get it. Guess what? Now they looking at it like you dragging them. But we understand if you don't daggone put this work in, you might not even see the field.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So, but then to your point, there's other kids that are obsessed about it. They want to be the best. They gonna get you up and be like, let's go out here and get it in.
Say you take your kid and put them around those kids. Because what's gonna happen is they're gonna sink or swim. And you need to make sure your kid got it in him before you invest all that money into him. Because it's a reality of things is he gonna rise to the occasion or he gonna sink. You know what I mean? Like, and that's how you gotta look at it. Like if he got it in him and he see all those kids that got the bug in them, and they didn't had it for years, and he looking like that's how you work out, that's what you do to get these results, and he see everybody is in it and they're developing, he might change his mind state.
So me and his mom talk like with my oldest son, we say it's a switch that clicks, right? And y'all might see it in y'all's kids. I just feel like in my son, my youngest son, it's like it ain't clicked yet. Like I see it in my old Nigel. He just one day he got cut, and all of a sudden I see him. He's waking up every morning. He's running 2 miles. anytime he's at the crib, he's got the weights, he's doing them, he's doing the box jumps and all this stuff. It takes something, like you just said, like being around people or being like we talk about with Jordan and all these other, like it takes something for it to click. I don't think my youngest son has gone through enough adversity because look what I'm doing. Now I'm coaching him.
There you go.
I paved the way for him. He got cut one time, and I was like, you know what? I'll coach.
That's a big part of it.
I'm not allowing my kid to go through any adversity. I know I'm part of the problem, right?
Well, I'm gonna say this: they be getting too much. Like we control too much of their adversity.
We do.
He's creating adversity for his kid.
So yeah, it's so like back in the day or whatnot. I shouldn't even say back in the day, but kids that have a different type of upbringing, maybe inner city kids or whatnot, like those kids every day it's adversity that they gotta go outside and face. It cut them different. You know what I'm saying? They be like, man, they get on the court and that's their exit plan out the hood.
Yeah.
Oh, you about to get that work. But then when you got, we done busted our tail to put our kids in the best situation. Now it's a little different because they don't experience them hardships. So they probably like, man, what? I don't want to do all this work for what? Like, I got it good. Like, it's not an exit plan to them.
But in these days, that's what we work for. You know what I mean?
That's what we work
so
for.
Our kids didn't have to go through what we went through. You know what I mean?
I ain't working for this, man. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I got my kid in diocese schools, bro. It's Stu, you ain't got no mic. I understand. But listen, you see the difference from the diocese schools, the public schools.
Explain to the people what diocese is.
So the private schools, they're ran by the Catholicism and the Catholic churches. So that's your DeSales, your Bishop Hartley, St. Charles, all those Waterson, all those schools, they're diocese schools based off Catholicism. They're paying to be there. You know, World Harvest is not a diocese school, but you know what I'm saying? Like these private schools. I want my son to have the best education. They graduate the 93 percentile. A lot of them go to college, still stick with it. They prepare them well. I want that for my son. But when it comes to sports, I do not like the diocese schools. And usually they like, because I think it's like D7 now. Like there's 7 different divisions, right? So like when you're looking at the tiers of talent now, diocese is not D1. They're not playing the best competition. Right. Some schools are playing more. I see Hartley playing more of the inner city now and the bigger schools. But again, I want the best for my son, but I have to do what I'm doing now. I got him around the inner city kids because it's like, bro, when you go back to school, you got to dog these dudes. Yeah. Because I done had you with the top dudes over here at AAU. Because my son wanted to quit AAU. If I'm being real with y'all, I forced him. I said, listen, you got no say-so until high school. You get to high school and say, I'm done with basketball, fine, I'm cool. But right now, you playing ball.
But that was his pick. That was his choice to play, though, right?
It was his choice. Like he said he wanted to play ball, but he didn't want to play AAU. And I said, no, you playing AAU. Like you got no say-so. You get to high school, and now if you want to just play for Bishop Hartley, whatever, that's up to you. If that's what you want to do. But
what did he want to play if he didn't want to play AAU?
So the problem is he's doing track and basketball at the same time. So he's saying he's being overwhelmed because he has school, homework, track, and then basketball practice. So it's a lot. But I feel like this is going to teach him it's going to teach him time management. It's going to teach him how to go through adversity. Like when you dog tired, you got to push through. You got to have fortitude. You got to be able to be mentally tough. You got to learn when you're being beat down physically, how do you
react
respond?
Mentally?
Exactly. Yeah. So this is why I'm forcing him at that aspect. But just like you said, I could burn him out too. I'm willing to take that chance at this point. I'm just being real with y'all. Because like I had too many of my dudes say the same thing.
He'll learn a lot on the journey too. Like teamwork, responsibility, discipline. Yep. You know what I'm saying? How to overcome losing. You know what I'm saying? How to overcome, like you said, like if you're tired, how to fight through things. How to manage a lot. Like, hey, I gotta play this with this team, and I gotta play with that team, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, and to compete because a lot of life is gonna be competing, and you know what I mean? And shoot, and then doing what you have to do, not what you want to do. Sometimes
that part right there.
Yeah, sometimes it's that. Sometimes these kids got too much of I want to do. I don't want to do that. And it's like, sometimes you got to do stuff. Like you gotta be challenged.
Yeah, I think that fine line is a little wider with boys versus girls. Like my son is a little younger, so I ain't where y'all at with the boys. Where y'all can push them. I know a lot of females that I've seen. You push them, they gonna break. Not my daughter necessarily, but I've seen it to where these girls can't deal with very much adversity. You know what I mean? Like,
Why you think that?
Well, I mean, I ain't gonna say very much adversity. What I will say is a lot of challenges and a lot of things. Like, all right, so for example, my daughter was challenged to play on the junior varsity team when she was a varsity player, and she was told to basically prove that you're a varsity player. And she took the challenge, and she was up to the challenge. But I'm looking at her team, and I'm saying maybe 75, 85% of those girls would have quit before they took that challenge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking at it like, man, why is that? But most of the girls I see aren't up to it mentally like that. You know what I mean? They work to get where they got right now. If you take something from them, it's over with. I'm not going to work to get what I already had. You know what I mean? Like a boy or a young man feels like, all right, that's a challenge. I'm gonna rise and I'm gonna make it happen. But a lot of females look at it like, oh, no, I'm quitting this shit. I'm done. I don't want to deal with it.
I haven't got to that point yet. Like I got a 5-year-old daughter, and I want to put her in AAU track. And I know that's early, but I just see she just got the body type. She love to run. I just want to, but I don't want to, like we talk about forcing a kid. Like I just want it to be fun for her, and maybe we can develop some good habits, and she continues to do it. But when you got 2 older ones and they doing everything. Now I'm looking at my baby. I'm like, dang, I probably wish I would have started them this young. So I'm contemplating this summer again putting her in AAU track, even though she's never done it in her life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not looking for her to be great. I just want her to get a taste of it and plant a seed to be like, Daddy, I want to do that again. That was fun. You know what I'm saying? So
It has value.
yeah.
So
Like, do you plan on with your son? Do you plan on forcing him, quote unquote, like to get into sports, or do you think he'll naturally gravitate to them?
He's already naturally gravitated towards it, and he's won. I think all of us naturally gravitated to sports because we were good at it. We got really good hands. We can catch real good. We just got a good hand-eye coordination, all the rat lifts, you know what I mean? Like all the high towers, my whole entire family, you know what I mean? Richardson's, I ain't discredited my mom's side of the family. We all athletes, you know what I mean? But realistically, my son already got the knack for it. He sees he's good at it, you know what I mean? So I don't know if I would have made him work at it, if he would have wanted to get into it, or if he would have wanted to do anything. I still don't know if he wants to get into it, but he carries footballs around. He's trying to dribble a basketball already, kicking a soccer ball, you know what I mean? Like, he doing certain things to let me know he might be into sports. But if he's not into sports, I'm perfectly okay with it. But
That's what's up.
you better be good at something else. You know what I mean? Like, you better be a hell of a scholar, or you better be doing something in the classroom. You better know how to put together an engine. You better know something. You know what I mean? You got to know something. You know what I mean?
But you gonna push him either way.
Yeah.
Because once he says, I choose to be a scholar, like I choose education, I want to learn science, whatever. You gonna be like, all right, you gonna be a scientist. Like you gonna be the top dog. All right, you got to do this, you got to do that. You gonna go right into daddy mode.
Right.
You gonna do the same thing no matter which way they go.
So I got a question for all y'all, and I would like y'all to tell y'all cameras, what would y'all tell young parents who are getting into this realm of raising athletes? What type of temperament or what type of guidance would you give them while dealing with young athletes?
You gotta know your kid first. You gotta learn your kid, what they like, what they don't like, how far you can push them. You know, are they doing it? Are they playing the sport to please you, or is it something that they want to do? You know what I mean? Like, cause once they want to do it and they want to obsess about it, it's easy money. From that point, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta really learn your kid. I had to learn that myself. because you'll see the potential and you'll be like, this dude could be great in this sport, that sport, this sport, like, and then at the end of the day, you know, that ain't what he really wanted to do. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
So I keep pushing. So you gotta know your kid. Now, if looking back, the signs were right there. I should have just been like, okay, he don't want it.
Yeah.
You know, but so know your kid. That would be my thing.
Just because your kid is good at a specific sport or anything athletic doesn't necessarily mean that that's what they want to do.
Right.
And I made the mistake with my son when he was younger. I put him in boxing. He was, I don't want to. Then he got a taste of it, and then he got better and he enjoyed it. Then it kind of fell off, and then he tried out for a couple of teams and they didn't work out. And then when he did find a sport that he liked, he enjoyed it. But he had to work at it at his pace, on his time. As soon as I said, hey, let's go, no, I'm straight. But and make sure that they have the right people around them, like friends who are on that same path, because you are what you hang around.
If I had some advice to a young parent, I would probably tell them be patient, have fun, and understand it's not about you. A lot of people try to live vicariously through their kids and live a second childhood through their kids and all those type of things, and I think it's the wrong thing to do. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these kids are individuals. We need to get to know them and see if this is a path for them, and if not, that's okay. But like, just because you're 6'7", don't mean you're gonna play basketball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That don't mean that you're gonna be the next Manute Bol or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? You just might not play basketball at all.
Yeah.
You might be able to catch and just don't want to play sports at all. Like my nephew, KJ, shout out KJ, the best athlete I ever seen in my life. I'm just gonna jump out there and say it. His friends will contest to it. He just do amazing shit every day. And I just be looking at him like, man, you got everything me and my brothers didn't have. Kiwan put together a whole elixir to where that can happen. You know what I mean? His mom is one of the fastest women ever. You know what I mean? Like, we lack speed. So he put together a chemistry project to make sure his son was well put together. AJ don't play sports.
Wow.
You know what I mean? He played sports. He got a couple injuries young and just quit. He was the youngest kid ever with the knee injuries that he had twice. So he said, on the first one, if this ever happened to me again, I'm done. And it happened to him again at 12. So it might have happened to him at like 8 and then again at 12 or something like that.
It was a
I
wrap.
was like, I'm done. But when I say this dude to do 100 pull-ups and do 200, 300, 400 push-ups and stuff like that, he looked like a
little
action
action
character.
figure.
You know what I mean? But he don't play sports. And we had to accept that he don't play sports. He didn't want to play sports,
And it's
even
tough.
though he was faster than everybody, even though he was stronger than everybody, quicker than everybody, could jump higher than everybody, he just didn't want to play. And that was a hard pill to swallow, but that's one of the things where it's just like that wasn't his path. You know what I mean? He is a scholar. You know, he's in a whole bunch of other stuff, you know what I mean? And he's blessed to be able to go to college and do what he want to do.
Yeah, that's
you know what I
good.
mean? That's a great thing, but that was a hard thing to deal with. You know what I mean? Like for all of us, not just for his dad. I know me and Kiwan ain't talk as much as we probably should have about KJ playing sports, but that was probably horrible for him to see how good his son was and for him to just not play at all. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think that's how a lot of people feel about their kids, you know? it is tough when the kids just tap out. But that goes to say, like, one of the biggest components to this is their mindset. Like, they could be the freakiest athlete, like you said, 6'6", 6'7", whatever, all that stuff, all the physical traits of being a good athlete, but they don't have the mentality to be that.
Yeah, I mean, and if you look at the perspective of my nephew, his dad was in the NFL, played a whole lot of games in college, probably one of the best defensive backs in the history of college. even if you think you're great, you still don't have the accolades to stand up. And your name is Junior. You know what I mean? So everybody who see you is like, man, you know what your dad was?
Right.
You know what happened to when your dad was this age? He was getting jerseys retired. His numbers still can't be wore and stuff like that. You know what I mean? He hearing those type of stories. He got to live up to that in his mind. You know what I mean? He probably feeling like, you know what, I would rather not. I probably can succeed doing this.
That's a tough one too.
And I don't have to play this game that y'all love so much that I just am good at. I don't really care to play it. You know what I mean? Like, and it's one of those things where I was extremely good at football, but I didn't love football. You know what I mean? And it showed in the end where my brother loves football. When his career was over, he went to coach.
Yeah.
He went to
Stayed around the sport.
He stayed around the sport. You know what I mean? He went to coach those 7-on-7 teams that everybody was looking at like, what the hell are you doing? He had an opportunity to coach in the NFL and chose to do the Rat Pack, which is a 7-on-7 top prospects group. And everybody didn't understand it. Even I didn't understand it. I'm like, man, why would you do something like that? And so I went down and seen Asante, a little kid who was throwing the ball 70, 80 yards without a step, and then got tired and started punting the ball 70, 80 yards without a step. I seen that, I'm like, who is he? You know what I mean? He ended up winning the quarterback elite camp and all that type stuff, and I think he went to UCLA or something like that. I don't know. Don't kill me because I don't remember his last name and I don't remember. But, you know, they can look it up, whatever case may be. But that was the type of players that was trying out, that didn't have a spot, was trying out. You know what I mean? And I saw 70 kids trying out, and I realized you got all of Florida out here? Like, I just got Central Florida. We competing for those Miami Fire kids and all that who play 7-on-7 as a lifestyle. So it's one of them things where I seen it then, and I realized you doing it for the love. I could never do this because I don't love the game as much as you. You know what I mean? He had a Adidas sponsorship. They was giving him a whole bunch of shoes and shorts and all this. He was putting the whole care packages together for all these kids. Like me at that point in time, that might have been early 2000s, I would have been wearing all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like as a coach, you know what I mean? I got to get mine too, you know what I mean? As a coach, you know what I'm saying? Just being real.
That's real.
He didn't keep nothing for himself. He giving away everything. He going to different schools, giving gloves to people, giving cleats to people, even kids who wasn't going to play 7-on-7. He saw the game and saw you ain't had no cleats, dog. You a size 13. I'm going to bring you a size 13. That's for the love of the game. You don't want nothing back for it. You just gonna go buy him some cleats and bring him some cleats. Like, I wasn't there, and I'm still not there to where they want me to come back and coach. They want me to coach at a bunch of places. I don't have any interest in doing it. You know what I mean? I would like to get back to the kids, and maybe I will when my son get older, but not right now.
Long story short, if y'all ever sponsor Just a Barbershop, Dre will wear all your merch. He'll make sure he has it on every episode. Shout out to Sean Gotham. I got his mixtape on here today.
Yeah, he said he was gonna
promised
wear it.
I'll wear it.
You know what?
I got it on right
That's
now.
a man of his
Right
word.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it on. I told you I'll wear it. I
Hey,
told you.
I got
Larry
one
wasn't
too.
even gonna say nothing.
Mine shriveled up though, man.
He says poor quality.
Whoa. Don't do me like that.
Pause again.
Hey,
Dried it one time and that baby was like, shoot. That baby is medium now.
Oh
That
my
was
God.
a medium when he got it.
Hey, but for real though, I would like to say that if you're out there and you're raising a young athlete, please be mindful of how you develop them mentally, spiritually, and physically, because it has long-lasting effects. I am trying to do my best with my children, and if I could give you the most advice, homeschool your kid. I'm not big. Homeschool your kid, and if they are interested in sports, make it a routine. Make it something that is nothing that they don't know any other thing differently from what you're trying to teach them. Because if it's a routine, there's no such thing as burnout with that, because now it's everyday life. That's my perspective. And if I could do it all over again, that's what I would do. I would make a routine. They wouldn't know any other difference. They wouldn't know what their friends do, nothing. You're homeschooled, and this is what we do every day.
Yeah.
So
There it is.
we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to salute y'all. My boy, Big Germ over here.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
L Dog, Sean got him.
Yeah.
I got my boy, Razor Rat.
Razor Rat in the building.
And I am your host, LB Blends. We out.
Nacho.